Hi, I'm Zinnia. I'm your Gemini friend. I'm your Gemini friend. I want to talk about the Ascendant today. One particular thing about the Ascendant. So, your Ascendant, things explain it lots of different ways. Like, you know, it's the way that you show up in the world. It's what you present to people. It's the way you want to come across. It's so many different things, it seems like it can be. But the important thing to me, the most important thing I think about it is that it's essentially the path to get to where you want to be. Imagine that your sun sign is the identity that your soul chose in this life. What you want to embody. For example, I'm a Gemini sun, so I want to spread information. I want to communicate. I want to find information and disperse. But the way that I will get there the most effectively is by looking at my ascendant and my ruling planet, which is the planet that rules your ascendant sign. Also, any planets in the first house, or especially like conjunct the ascendant, are very significant. The way that you use this is by embodying that sign and planet's traits as like the way that you go on the path, if that makes any sense. To use me for example again, my ruling planet is Mars. I'm an Aries ascendant. So the way for me to go about my life purpose of being a Gemini is to just do it in a Mars way, to just go for it. But if you have a different ascendant, say a Capricorn ascendant, where your ruling planet is Saturn, that implies that the way that you go about your whatever your sun sign is, the purpose of this particular existence put into a single sign. The way that you would go about that if you were ruled by Saturn is by, it's much more meticulous. It's much more planned, and it's going to be a slower, more steady, like hard work, but that ends up being extra rewarding in the end. But what I'm saying is that you want to embody your ruling planet as the way that you go to your purpose. One more example. Say you're an Aquarius rising. Uranus would be your ruling planet. So that means that the best way to go about doing things is to take the unconventional route, to do what is unexpected, just to make sure that you're not going about it conventionally. So any planets that you have in your first house are also going to be significant. Like say you have the moon in your first house as well as having a Capricorn ascendant, just to keep up with that example. So with being Saturn ruled, as you going about your path in that Saturn way, you still want to take the moon, if it's in your first house, into consideration greatly. And in that situation, it would imply that your intuition is very significant, that your physical comfort, how you feel comfortable, where you feel comfortable, the fact that you need to feel comfortable. Ooh, that's a weird combination. I mean, Cancer, Capricorn. I just made it up. But does that make sense, what I'm saying? To embody your ruling planet as the way that you go about your path, and then also to take into consideration any other first house planets, since this is the ascendant. These will most likely be ruled by your ascending sign, but not always. And that mixes it up a lot. I've got one of those situations, but it's so specific for your chart, obviously, but that's the fun thing. I love questions. Tell me your specific weird whatever combinations, and I will do my very best to interpret it. Because that is the most fun thing in the world for me. And all I want to do is help people reach their full potential. As if I'm doing that. Thank you for listening. I hope this made some sense. I greatly appreciate you.